Chifan who is leading.
Hello guys, welcome back to the video. As you can see by that intense intro, this is going to be a very intense race day. So he'll be coming out for our qualifying session, and well, we've already had 2 sessions on the track. I've gotten used to it. Somehow this is my first time at Whilton Mill, but anyway, coming up to Christmas corner on cold tyres. The driver ahead let us through. Everybody's doing the same thing, trying to get some space. But what you really do want at this track is slipstream, because for example, as you go up the hill towards turn 3, normally you'd reach speeds with a good exit from the final corner. You'd normally get speeds around 46 miles an hour, but with slipstream you go around 49-50, so it really does matter. And but you also don't want to be fighting. But anyway, here we go. This is the new section, which is come out recently, where you go around here, instead of staying wide, you tuck back into the right, brake early, and you have this new chicane to avoid high speed crashes, which I really understand. But it's a very technical part of the track which links it all up together well. Here we've started to catch up to carts ahead, and now we're just going to go around the final corner. The driver who's at the front of the pack kind of spins out the curb, and we managed to get past both of them. But anyway, this next lap is going to be my fastest lap of the qualifying session, so let's see how we do. Okay, stay to the right for turn 1, using most of that curb, and then trying to hit the tyre barriers and pull out wide, but don't go too wide on that exit curb. Hit the kink on the right and brake after that marshal post. Get like a mid-early apex. Use all these curbs flat out through here. Don't turn too much, it all links up. Brake at that dirt patch a bit later than that. Use some of that curb and pull out wide, and use most of the runoff. Head for the cut through, use that. Turn in, use the extra runoff, and then start tapping the brakes, get your cart rotating, and use that exit curb. But don't hit the kernel, you will be penalised and get a warning. Now brake when that curb on the right is. Try and keep turning left until you need to turn right. Stay tight, brake early, turn in, try not to club the curb, because you will go flying, especially in the cadet cart. And that is a lap around Whilton Mill. But anyway, this is going to put me in first pole position in the Preview final. So
that race, I remember saying it that it's grid 2 who comes across and takes the lead into oblivion. It was a little too good. It was a little too good, and that's always the challenge for the driver starting second, is to try and time it such that you want to hit it just. You want to basically be watching the other driver's foot on the accelerator pedal like a hawk. This B tier grid, which is headed up by Stefan and Chifan and Jack Rouch, and we are going to get ready here to go racing.
Stefan Chifan on the front row of the grid, Jack Rouch alongside. Wait for the lights to go green and don't get a jump start, ladies and gents. Into turn 1 we go, and it is Chifan who is leading, but Rouch is pushed a little bit wider, now coming under pressure from the 9 of James Vout as they head up the hill. Vout on the outside in that bright yellow suit and helmet, but does have to stick in behind as Rouch holds on to second place. But Vout is searching for each and every way to get through, defensive from Chifan heading down the hill into Ashby Corner, and that's going to make him compromise now on the exit as they headed towards Wilkins. Nose to tail between our top 3 as they make their way down the descent into Oziers.
So now that was a very clean start, managed to keep first. But anyway, let's get back to the commentary.
Lightweight cadets in this Pre-B final as Chifan leads them into the boot for the first time. And James Vout is going to get a bit of a switchback there, a bit of a later apex, but I don't think he can do anything with the overspeed this time around into the chicane. It is causing the drivers to have to think about how best to set up an overtaking opportunity there. Just the change to the track as they come onto a new lap then. It's a great start from Nishwan Marshall, by the way, further down the order. Up 8 places on that first lap to 12th.
Vout is looking really quick. He's all over the back of Jack Rouch, but he just cannot find a way through. Chifan's pointing forward, but Stefan, you're not hunting anyone down. Absolutely no one's going to work with you. as Roush tries to go up the inside. He pokes his nose up the inside of Chifan. That does not work. It compromises the pair of them. And now once again, Wout is right on to the back end of the number 50 car as they come over the line.
Yeah, James Wout will be hoping that he can get on up the order here, carrying that 9 plate, and he's challenging there on the outside of Wilkins, which might give him an opportunity here down into Ozies. He's going to be alongside Roush in that number 50 kart. They're still side by side on corner exit. It will be the inside line for James Wout into the boot section. We have seen drivers hang on round the outside before though, and through there, and I'm going to chalk that
one
up.
Has he gone too deep?
He's gone deep, absolutely at the toe of the boot, and through goes Wout eventually, but he had to fight hard for it, and that is James Wout up into the second place and the crucial promotion spot. What it's allowed is Stefan Chifan to get up the road, and now it becomes well, everyone else. I was about to say how many karts were in the battle then, but there's so many in this string of karts. All of them. Everybody other than the leader is battling over second place.
It's a Moto3 race at this point.
And it's a challenge for James Wout here. Can he break away from the chasing pack behind? Crucial couple of laps for James.
But if you're Stefan Chifan right now, you see James Wout catching, do you defend because you want to win the race, or do you say, you know what, James, go past me because as long as I'm in the top 2, I'm going to the pre-A.
It's an interesting one. I would say let him through, but it's a really easy thing for me to say. It's another thing entirely when you've got the prospect of a race win on the plate for Stefan Chifan. But you know, the reality is, as any lead driver is aware of, is before I had a lead gap, now I don't. That must mean that there's a pace advantage, at least over the last few laps. Although Stefan did feel the need to take a slightly shallower line there into oblivion to try and deter a move. Is that going to be enough to hold Wout back though? Because he's going to try around the outside here at the top of the hill. The other side of the argument is they have got a little bit of a gap back to Jack Rouch. They may as well, go a little bit defensive. But you are right; it shouldn't be at any cost. They don't know that Jack Rouch has a penalty. Round the outside here tries James Wout. That's side by side, and round the outside of Wilkins goes James Wout. What a move! And that's the kind of thing you've got to be a bit careful of. That was Chifan, I think, making contact with the cone. Yeah. That risks incurring a cone penalty, the cone warning, and potentially a cone penalty. So, you know, I realise that was just the end of battling over the lead, but you've got to keep your head screwed on here. Very easy to say, as I say, these young drivers, they're cutting their teeth in terms of racecraft, and you know, easy for me to say. I'm not the one staring a race win in the face, but yeah, you know, Stefan needs to play the sensible. To be fair though, having been caught, now running behind James, he's staying with him. So, you know, but they don't know that Jack Rouch behind necessarily has a penalty. No. So, you know, if they knew that, maybe you could say, okay, it's no big deal if Jack catches up, although I still wouldn't want someone physically to be an additional factor in this battle. Yes. But likelihood is that they aren't aware that Jack's carrying that penalty. So you don't want to risk another kart coming into it. So if they are going to battle, they need to keep it civil. There's a look for the move into the toe.
It's your overtake that he really wants to pull off.
I should have got the tally chart going. Has a look, but yeah,
2 laps to go. Yeah,
to be fair, this is a good little battle happening over the lead of the race. They've got only 1.7 seconds in hand. Dropping a few passes there. Edward Jones has got past Zyrona. Tyler Nickelbine past Zachary Smith as well. So some other moves happening.
So final lap of the race then, Wout and Chifan. Again, another good lap from the pair of them. Chifan putting in his new personal best, but he did drop back by about 10 as they head up towards the hill into Christmas. As we see the 41, there's Wout going a little bit defensive into the hairpin. And that is very defensive from the 41 of Nickelbine, who has Zachary Smith directly behind leaders heading down into Ashby Corner. Stefan Chifan is right there, and we've seen the run that he gets through the boot. It could be that send into the right-hander is what Stefan Chifan has looked like. He's been lining up for the last few laps. What's the run from Ozies looking like? He carries a lot of speed, and he is right on the back of James Wout.
Yeah, it's a very good run that he has off of that corner, noticed consistently. Is he close enough this time? You can see the speed he's got through the toe of the boot, but I don't know if he can do anything with that overspeed as they come round the final corner now. James Wout has driven superbly up to the lead of the race and held on to it. James Vout takes the win. Stefan Chifan finishes second and bags the last of those spots on the Pre-A final grid.
So, good results. We finished second, so we've bagged the last of the promotion spots. But now we're going to start at the very back of the Pre-A finals. So, let's see how we do in this. Hopefully we make up some positions and we won't crash.
Elliot Alt gives us the thumbs up from the pace card. We're under starters orders, eyes on the lights, engine notes rise, and away we go for our Pre-A final here in the Super Lightweight Cadets. It's a good start from Rory Hamilton, hangs on to the lead as they go 3 wide, even 4 wide in the mid-pack, but thankfully all pointing the same way. That's always a beautiful shot as the carts peel up through the top of the hill.
Just gone round the outside of Putterfoot into Christmas Corner. Fantastic move.
Amazing move there from the driver, the number 8, as they weave their way through Ashby for the first time. 2 wide, even 3 wide under braking. Are they all able to keep it clean? No, we've got a driver off. I think that's James Vout, and this the 53 of Theo Thomas as well there, who got entangled with that. Thankfully they're both okay and keep running, but that was a costly moment for them.
So it's a good start. We've managed to mix up some positions from the chaos, but now we've managed to... It hasn't really kicked in yet until the last few minutes, so this is much later on in the race when the driver ahead goes very wide and goes over that very bumpy curb. And we're going to need to look for a good exit out of Oblivion. He's going to go wide again. There's a lot of people going wide on that curb, but we can't really capitalise on it. Into this corner, nothing really happens, but then someone gets like kind of smashed together, and we still need to make our way past. I give him a bump. He's going to send it up the inside. I'm going to get past. I'm going to give him space, let him take the inside. I'm going to look for a switchback. I've got a good run out of this corner, like the commentator said in the pre-B. But I'm still on the inside, but now on the outside, so I'm going to get forced wide, and as you can see, I've managed to lose another position just because of that. It's very brutal in this, because if you're not on the inside, if you're not making positions, then you're losing them. But anyway, we've got a big pack here, people going side by side. One of them goes a bit wide, so once again I'm going to be on the outside. Will I make a move around the outside of Wilkins? I'm just going to keep it pinned, and I managed to get the move. That's a lovely overtake. Kind of carbon copy of what James Voucher did to me in the pre-B. But anyway, as we come around here, we get a good exit. He's going to defend, and he's going to manage to keep the position, but he goes a bit wide. And I do get a better exit speed, but I'm going to put him to the inside for this next corner. This all links up, and I'll get a really good run, because I kind of put him to the inside. He is pointing forwards, but he is still going to defend. He goes very wide through there. I managed to get a really good exit. I've got the run. You see how much speed I gain. And like I was saying earlier, you can see that I'm going 50 miles an hour with the slipstream. So that obviously helped. And I almost make another position, but sadly I can only make one. Anyway, we're still on the back of him as we head into Ashby. So nothing's really happened yet, but he goes a bit wide. There's someone on the grass. Oh no. What's going on there? And as he comes back across, he hits someone, and they go into the tyre barrier and go off the grass as well, so it's all kicked in now. Then he's going to send out the inside of him, and I'm going to choose the inside line. But this is going to be another one of my mistakes where I keep the inside line, but then because I'm on the outside for the next corner, I get pushed wide. But this time, instead of losing 1, I lose 3 positions, which isn't good. So all the work that I've gained over the last few laps now gone. But anyway, it's all to come. I get up the inside of him again, and into Wilkins one more time. I send up the inside. There's 2 people going side by side. I'm going to look for a better exit. There's a bit of contact, but once again I'm on the inside. This is not where I really want to be, because it's happened twice now where I've been like pushed wide. So this time I'm actually going to back out and stay behind, knowing that it's a smarter decision than, well, going off the track and losing even more positions. But nothing's really happened again. He's still pointing forwards, but he is going defensive, trying to cover off a move. So we are going to work together, because you can see the next 2 have kind of pulled away. I don't really want to fight with him, but if I have a good run like here, I might go for it. Here you can see, once we've caught up, I just smack into the back of him, give him the better run, and he manages to get past, but sadly I can't follow him through. And just like this, I'm bump drafting this guy. Now I need to go for a make for a move. I'm going to go to the outside. He's going to send it up the inside. I'm going to see if I can capitalise on that. But sadly, I can't really, and he gets back ahead. But so far, it's been very good, this race. I have made some positions, although I have lost a few from those very unlucky moments. But now this driver is going to be on the inside. I'm going to try and keep the outside, but because the driver ahead kind of gets, he kind of stays on the inside, I kind of hit him. I've got nowhere to go, so I still don't make those positions up. But as we go up the hill, I kind of get force wide again. This time, someone goes up my inside. I kind of have nowhere to go. So, and then someone goes up my inside here. But sadly, the camera cuts out just there, so we're going to have to see the external footage from now on. James Vout from earlier goes up my inside. This means that I've lost tons of positions, around 3, over the last laps. And it is also going to be the final lap, but the race ends and I managed to finish in 18th. So this is going to put us 18th out of 22 in the A final. But there were some car problems as we came out the pits, and I'm actually going to be starting in the wrong position. So I had to get back in my position, but it was all kind of blocked out.
Are ready to go racing.
We are ready to go racing. Thumbs up from the pace car driver. Eyes on the lights, engine notes rise. Jude Butterfoot will lead them away for 11 minutes of racing here at Whilton Mill. Who's going to win round 3? It's even between the two sides of the grid, but Jude Butterfoot comes across in turn 2 to seize control of this race at the front as they head up the hill for the first time. Usual jostling for position as they head up the hill. Good start from Ben Hunt in retaining second place. Yeah, a bit of bumping and barging at the back. I think that's James Vout.
Yes.
Yeah, James Vout taking to the grass there. That looked like we've got one driver off, 2 drivers left as well. We'll double check who that is on timing.
Let's just see a replay of what happens. There's absolute chaos. People going wide everywhere. And there's James Vout has gone on the grass once again. And then I've got nowhere to go. I keep getting pushed wide, and then I'm on the grass, turning into a lawnmower, doing some rallycross, and I hit the curb and I go airborne, almost like an airplane.
Unless we're going to stick with them there.
That's Jacob Kent now trying to go around the outside of the left-hander. That is Whilton heading down the hill. A big hit. That's Hamilton. Rory Hamilton's gone off, and that's with Jude Butterfoot, I think. Is that Butterfoot? Looks like his helmet.
I don't think it is. Let's wait for them to come round to confirm that one.
We can't see.
No,
there's
Jude Butterfoot. I was going to say, I don't think it was Jude Butterfoot.
We'll see on the
As
timing.
they come round to finish that first lap. Let's confirm what the situation is then. Jude Butterfoot is in the lead of this one. Ben Hunt in second, and topping down the order is Rory Hamilton.
Now, unlike the pre-A final, things are going to kick out much quicker this time. There's people who just go wide everywhere. There's someone on the grass. So things have started to kick off very quickly now, and you can see that there's a massive pack of cars fighting for I don't know what position. But anyways, we come out of Christmas corner. Someone's going to go almost on the grass. We're going to go up the inside. He's going to get pushed wide and back down. I'm going to try and send up the inside, but I hit the curb, almost hitting the cone. And how I keep it together. Now into the boot section now. We're going to go around, give him a big bump. And we're going to go up the inside. He was a bit slow through that section, but we did kind of bump him. He's going to go very tight. I'm going to look for a switchback. We're going to be side by side, but not really going to get the run. Anyways, we go through turn 1 and 2. Nothing's really happening. We've got the slipstream this time, so you can see how much we gain. I'm going to bump draft him forwards. We need to catch up to the drivers ahead who are kind of pulling a gap. He's going to go very tight, and you can see how much we gain on the drivers ahead in the braking points. But anyway, someone's on my inside for this corner, so I've got nowhere to go. He's going to shove me, and he's going to push me wide. Now I'm going to turn into a lawnmower once again, and I'm on the grass. What happened earlier has happened to me now. So let's just take a replay of that. So as I come round here, I've got nowhere to go. He's just going to push me wide, and then because it's like there's like a cliff of death at the end, I've nowhere to go, and I'm just going to go over the grass. So now we just have to do another recovery drive. So this is what happens in these races. I've got the slipstream, I've got good speed. I'm sending up the inside of one of them. Not really going to get past the other one, but that's a good overtake, and he's not going to be able to capitalise on that. Anyway, there's people going side by side, and then this driver just spins out. That's James Vout once again. He got clipped on the edge, but now I'm going to be on his outside, and I'm going to have to back out so I don't go into that tyre wall like some people have done. But now later on, we still haven't been fighting much. Well, we have, but not much has happened. But now we're all going to be I'm going to be side by side. I'm going to back out. But up ahead, there's just people going wide everywhere. It's absolute chaos. But now there's two people going side by side. He's going to try around the outside. But I'm going to be on the inside this time for this corner. And I'm going to get past. And that's a good move. Now as we head down the back straight, nothing's really happened. So now we skipped forward. There's two people going side by side ahead. You can see from the external. But he's going to get shoved wide and he's going to bowl a strike into those cones. Let's just see a replay of that. So just bowls just to them out, both of them. Interesting what happened there. And then as we go around this corner, he's going to get past because the other driver went wide, but I'm going to back out because otherwise I'm going to go onto the grass once again. And we up the inside into this corner. That's a good move and we are past. And now we just have to keep it together for the last few laps. The driver's pointing forwards, but someone's on my inside. I'm going to try and hold it. Can't go anywhere and I get forced wide. It's a good overtake to get me back. Now there's someone on the outside, but they're going to back out, so they're going to get forced onto the grass again. But anyways, we head down the back straight. I've got slipstream again. I'm going to look to the outside. I'm going to try one of these, but I just send it around the outside. Does it work? Yeah, I wasn't really expecting it. Tried it at least. Almost worked. Maybe if I was just a bit tighter, it might have. Anyway, later on, we still hold the position. It's later on in the lap. And I'm going to send it up the inside. I've got a really good run. Absolutely incredible. So my exit speed out of that corner is immaculate. And I've gone around the outside of the boot. That's a great overtake. But there's still going to be like tons of bumping and stuff. So I'm going to be a bit slidey. I'm going to go a bit wide. He's going to be on my outside, but he's going to back out once again. So, good overtake there. And then the driver ahead goes a bit wide. He has nowhere to go, so we're going to get past as well. Then I've got the slipstream up here. I'm going to try and send it up the inside. Will it work? Oh, I don't know what happened there, but I just had to leave him space, and he managed to get the run out of the corner. But now here, someone's going to be behind me. They're just going to shove me, almost spin me out and just get past. I would call that a bump pass, but obviously not. So we do lose the position there on the final lap. But we just have to keep it together for the back straight. I know I get a good run at this corner. He's going to go defensive, cover me off. I can't really go anywhere this time. Didn't have a good run as I had last time. But I'm still going to try and get past. I've got nowhere really to go. I'm going to have to get a good exit out of the final corner. But will it work? I have a good exit. I've got slipstream. I've got the run. Maybe if we had one more lap, I might have gotten 12th. But other than that, we finished 13th in the final. It's a good weekend. This is a clip from practice. Good performance, better than Rye House. So, obviously we had coverage from Alpha Live. Lots of fun. Hope you enjoyed, and remember to like and subscribe. See you next time, and goodbye.